A bathroom? Chris, how would you wait for me outside? This bathroom looks a bit small for two of us. I won't be long, just to make sure there's nothing suspicious hidden. Of course. You shouldn't do that, though? Okay, well... The moment you leave the room, though, wouldn't you be transported to a different world? Or a different location? Anyway. The bathroom didn't look that small to me. She was hoping to use it as an excuse to use it. Or if she was hoping to use it as an excuse to use the toilet, she could directly say so. Huh. Oh, you should be Mr. Baker's daughter. My name's Sarah. Who are you? I'm Christopher. A new friend of your father's. Again, everyone's just assuming that they're friends, you know? I don't trust his friends. May I know why? Arold isn't the person who he claims to be. What was that? Sarah, don't run away. Everything will work out. Whatever happened between the two of you. You don't need to rush it. All wounds heal over time. I still don't want to forgive Dad, but... I want to trust you. Oh, that's something. Mom? Wait! I'm sorry, White Fox. I'm gonna check up on you and go inside the bathroom? No? I'll just like relax on this couch real quick and look inside this drawer. Anyway. Hey, leave her alone! Yep, and then... gone. You can do anything to save her. Christopher, now isn't the time to lose it. I have a little girl to follow. What a weird sentence. Again. Psycho, go away. We hate him. Broken glass. Look at that, a photo. Okay. Is this Mr. Baker? He looks to be drawn in a different, art style. It was probably taken a few years ago. I feel like Mr. Baker suffers from the anime art style of like I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like anytime you draw like a middle-aged person in like an anime art style, they just look ugly. I'm gonna be honest. They just don't look good because that's not what, anime, it's not meant to draw like in a particular way anyway. They're not meant to be drawn like that, for older people. If you're gonna draw older people, you gotta like draw in a different style, I feel like more realistic. Otherwise, it just looks weird. It looks uncanny, basically, right? There's like this weird uncanny valley type of thing going, where like technically, if you draw like an older person with more features in like the anime art style, they become a little bit closer to reality, but that makes it go into the uncanny valley and just looks weird. I don't know. Anyway, it's pitch black. Sarah, if you're here, say something. I'll try and find you. Yes. What? Stop staring at me! Now's not the time for hesitation. I must continue my research for everyone's sake. Yes, can I look in these eyes? Have you tried wearing sunglasses? If you have like a phobia being stared at, Christopher. I don't know. I don't know if that would help. I mean, I don't wear sunglasses as well. I have to wear like real glasses. This is the thing. I have to wear normal glasses because I can't see otherwise. I guess you can get. You can get glasses. You can get. Probably you can get like prescription sunglasses. I never bothered. I guess I feel like that'd be like extra. It would cost extra. I'm a cheapskate, so. I mean, this guy hates being stared at. You know what I hate? I hate my neighbors playing loud music. Again, I keep saying this every time, but like I hope it isn't being captured in the microphone. I mean, I think generally it isn't being captured, but I don't know. Hopefully not. I just hate it. You know, I hate it. And when the audio's ruined because of things I can't control. Christopher! Sarah? Sarah, is that you? Yes, it's me. Why are you covering your eyes? Are you playing peekaboo? You know? Peekaboo. It's a long story. Tell me what happened. I thought I heard my mom scream, but I was wrong. A strange voice I'd heard before. It couldn't have been Sarah. Sarah, if you already checked this room, I think we can... Now! I have something to show you, Christopher. It's in this room. It's actually important. I wonder what that could be. Okay, Sarah. You're still covering your eyes. Would you mind walking me to it? Sure. You're supposed to be older than me, you know? You're supposed to be leading the way. What a loser, yeah, with a little girl, you know, lead you enough. What's this? Here we are. What is it? It's a fable. The same one that Dad bought me for me and Thomas. Or, yeah, bought for me and Thomas. Would you like to read it? There's just the final chapter. I'm sure I'll be able to understand it. Dolphins, Story of a Close-Knit Family, Chapter 3. The poor dolphin was so desperate that he wasn't even able to focus. The pain he felt in that moment was indescribable. He'd never been alone before. He couldn't imagine how horrible loneliness might be. Go on. Time passed and his parents were still gone. Suddenly, the little dolphin saw something in the distance. The dolphin swam as fast as he could. He finally reached his destination. The only destination she'll always keep fighting for. The one that can always shut down the loneliness inside us. Family. Sarah, don't you think you should take it with you? As you already said, it's an important memory for you. Me and my brother, we felt like the little dolphin. Alone. Christopher, let's get out of here. Of course, Sarah. Thank goodness. My arm's ready to fall off. Holding his... Can't you just close your eyes? Have you tried simply closing your eyelids? Again, I don't know. I mean, phobias don't make sense, obviously. They're irrational fears. So maybe they're irrational coping mechanisms, I don't know. It's a hat with a purple ribbon. It's a hat with a green ribbon. It's a hat with a white ribbon. Okay. White dress, red, or pink dress rather, and a blue dress. One of them that's important. Mannequin. Is that a mannequin? Doesn't look like a mannequin to me. It's more like I think that holds things, you know? Unless that's also called a mannequin. Stop. Okay. Starting from the top dress, the mannequin as in the painting. But be careful! You won't be able to change your choice, you only have one chance. Okay. Looking at this, classical painting that is stretched, by the way. The resolution looks weird. You shouldn't stretch the resolution. Unless maybe that's what it's supposed to look like. I don't know. Okay. Starting from the top. Okay, I feel like this would be a comma here. I thought it was starting from the top dress. No, starting from the top, comma, dress the mannequin as in the painting. But be careful. You won't be able to change your choice. You only have one chance. Okay, so white dress. It seems like anyway. Hat with a white ribbon and Pink flowers, pink roses. Seems like. That's all it is, right? Oh, let me save the game. Need flowers, right? Don't I? My dress. My ribbon. I need a flower. I mean, there's flowers here. How do I change the flowers? I don't know. That's it? Okay, I mean, that's like super easy. There's a sheet of paper inside the pocket of this dress. I'll wait for you in Devon's room. I have a bad feeling about this. I have a bad feeling? That's a very cliche line. I have a bad feeling about this. This should be the exit. Okay, well, back all the way back here. We don't want to go back. We simply want to continue going forward. Christopher? White Fox? Are they going to the inn as well? When do we... I mean, last time we saw White Fox, she was in the bathroom. And Christopher was walking with Sarah, right? So that's kind of weird. Already outside? That doesn't make any sense to do. But nothing makes sense, I guess. Family. This is a picture of us. This photo was taken 4 years ago. We were all happy at the time. Laura was so kind and thoughtful. She always had a smile on her face. Her smile was able to warm my heart. But in this photo, I can see the insecurity in her eyes. Is insecurity the right word, by the way? I've seen that used twice. With White Fox and also Laura. I don't know if that's the right word. Insecurity. I don't know. Is that the meaning they're trying to, like, use? I'm not sure. Because insecurity means, like, I don't know. It means, like you're unsure of something, right? Usually. I think that's what it means. Anyway. I have been the perfect husband. Sarah. Sarah was only 2 in this photo. She loved being held in my arms. It was one of the things she really enjoyed. She hates me now. Again, I didn't get that, by the way. There's some flashbacks, I guess. I mean, in the beginning, it was pretty normal, really. Like the very beginning in the introduction. In the flashbacks, I remember him arguing with the babysitter, I guess. That's kind of it. I don't know. Otherwise, I didn't see any, I didn't think they had like a really bad relationship with his children. I don't know. Necessarily, but Thomas has always been a little shy. He's never liked group shots because they make him feel uncomfortable. I've always wanted him to be a lawyer like me, but he never wanted to listen. I mean, that's the only thing that that's the one thread that maybe that I can see where, Thomas might dislike his father. The whole, pressuring him to become a lawyer and all that. But, other than that, I don't see them having like a horrible relationship. I feel like a horrible relationship with him just beating up his kids every day or something. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of the extreme here. I shouldn't have objected so much in his decisions. But I must, because I'm a lawyer. I object a lot, don't you see? And me. I stopped drinking when Laura was pregnant with Thomas, but I started drinking again over time. Smiles! Yes, everyone's so happy. Okay. Let the piano play itself to open the box. Press one of the buttons to activate the piano and repeat its notes. Okay. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. I'm not very good with, like, playing by ear. No. Like, no, that's not fair. Like, that correct? Yep. Okay, there you go. The music classes I took in high school was, at least it wasn't all for nothing, let's see. Open this now? Or oh, there's more! Damn it! I thought that was it, but there was more. Wait. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Nope. No, that's not it. No? No, that's not it. Dun 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 dun. Hmm. No. Hmm. What's the first note? Maybe it's not the first. Yeah, this is the first note. This. Oh, I somehow accidentally did it. It's like it was supposed to be something. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And that one was easy. And that's it. All right. I saw the second one. I accidentally solved it. I didn't realize. I was still trying to figure it out, but like I guess while I was trying the different notes, it coincidentally played the correct pattern. Anyway, got the key. Right. Opened the box. Get another key. Amazing. Game. Yeah, items no. Still no money. Why even? I mean, well, I was gonna say, why even have the UI to show how much money you have if you never get any money anyway? But isn't that with almost every RPG Maker game? I feel like it's just stuck in there because the developer never really bothered to take it off. Just by default, it's in the menu anyway. It's more of a hassle, I imagine, to like take it off instead of just leaving it there. I'll just use the key. Great thinking, Arold. Wow. That's why you're a lawyer. Down here? Oh, not now. Beyond this door, I still don't know what to expect. It's time to settle the score. Choose wisely. Your answers will determine the ending. Alright, let's save the game. Glad you finally showed up, Mr. Baker. I never told you my name. You can likely imagine who told me. Can you explain what's going... Shh. There's no need to get so worked up. Christopher, White Fox, why are you guys here? I invited them. Do you have a problem with that? We are more important than you might think. Okay, a lot of questions. What's going to happen now? I'll make you pay for it. I just want to see my kids. Or actually, this might be dialogue options. Maybe. Maybe? I don't know. What's going to happen now? Good question. Now that Mr. Devon is dead and all the evidence has been erased, I have nothing to worry about. I think it's clear by now that I was the one who killed him. No shit, Sherlock. But I'm sure you guys will be as quiet as mice. Marcus wasn't exactly the best person in the world, but he didn't deserve to die. Do you even understand what you're saying? I'm going to ask you a simple question, Mr. Baker. And I want you to answer me honestly. Why does everybody hate you? I'm not a man who can inspire sympathy in others. I probably sound harsh most of the time. But I swear, I'm not the kind of person that everyone thinks I am. I have an idea. I believe you, Arold. What the hell is she talking about? I'll play your game, White Fox. I think you're someone to be proud of, Mr. Baker. Very few have made it this far, and you did it for your family. Oh, now I understand. Guys. You don't need your family, Mr. Baker. You already have us. What are you? I think you notice it too. Your family doesn't want you anymore. You're wrong. I've been acting a bit too harshly towards you. I hope you'll forgive me, Mr. Baker. Arold, face the truth. We're the only ones who have accepted you for who you are. Are you? Again, I only met you guys for like less than a few minutes. Do you remember what happened today in court? The judge kicked me out. I was drunk. I don't remember what else happened. I have flashbacks about events I don't actually remember. Oh, poor Mrs. Meekins. She didn't deserve to be treated like your slave. Not to mention your family. Enough! I admit it. I did some stuff that I'm not proud of. But I haven't done anything bad enough to deserve this sort of punishment. That's exactly what we're thinking. We don't have any quarrel with you. What we're trying to say is, we want to save you, Arold. There's still plenty of things that I don't know about this whole situation. Well, you can ask one very last question. You talked about saving me. What do you mean? Well, it's easier than you think. Stay with us. We'll be your new family. We'll be the perfect replacement. What the hell are you talking about? Mr. Baker. My friends, let that come out wrong. Don't be so harsh on them. But they were trying to say that there isn't much choice. I'm really sorry, but you won't be able to see your family again. I can just imagine how much happier they are without you. Think about how your kids felt. And your wife. I don't remember anything. Arold, please. I admit it. The whole reason I'm in this situation is because of me. I never thought you guys knew each other, though it was so obvious. You're wrong. It's only because of the masks that we understand. Those masks. What's that all about? Mr. Baker, that's enough. I'd like to receive some sort of explanation. No, that's good enough. No more explanations. It doesn't even matter at this point. Let us help you, Mr. Baker. So I don't have any other choice. My family doesn't want to see me anymore. I think you're forgetting a very important detail. We'll always be there for you. You're right. The only ones who really cared about me all this time. Or you two? Again, really? I don't know, again. I don't know about that, but... Sniff! I say aloud, sniff. Oh, look at yourself, White Fox, you're crying your eyes out. It's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Baker. I knew you'd do the right thing. It's true. I was a terrible husband and father, and to be ashamed of. The alcohol made me a horrible person. Only an idiot would think my family wants to stay with someone like me. Oh, you finally get it. That's not the only thing I understand. I will stay with you. In the end, this is what I deserve. I deserve to stay with someone created by my own mind. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm sorry, Arold. I never meant for any of this to happen. It was the least that I could do. I've never tasted a cup of tea like this before, Suzanne. Suzanne? I'm glad you like it. I always use 2 teaspoons of lemon to make it sour enough. Arold, make yourself comfortable. I don't drink tea. I drink beer, or wine, rather. I'm so happy to live here with you guys. Never thought it would actually happen. It was a rush choice. But I can't deny the fact that I feel happy with all of us together. Although it doesn't look the same for our dear White Fox. Ever since she saw herself in the mirror, she only talks with Mr. Baker. She won't even tell us why. Honestly, I don't see what's so bad about her body. At most, she may gain a little weight. White Fox, I thought that you... I didn't want you to find out like this. It's all my fault. If somebody should be taking blame, it should be me. I'm sure we'll all somehow manage to start over. So please, don't leave us. You're all I have left. I thought my idea made sense. But this way, we just tricked him with false hope. And it's all my fault. White Fox. Neutral ending. A fake reality. Alright, well that was really weird. The whole time I was like kind of confused. But I guess everyone just kind of transformed into his family? Like as in like, placeholders somehow? I don't know. Weird. Bonus room. All the fan arts. Oh, hold on. Let me check out the other endings before I bother with this bonus room. Anyway. Alright. So we're back here in this dialogue choice. Let's choose this one this time. I'll make you pay for it. I knew it. You guys are all involved in all of this. It's all your fault. Mr. Baker, what grounds would it be our fault? Look. First of all, our waitress. I know someone that might help you. My foot! I found myself in an empty room with just... It's true. And that time I decided to have some fun. That smile. You think I'm here to make you laugh? My kid's life might be in danger and you... Arold. White Fox. Again, I feel... Yeah, Arold is just a weird name. Maybe it's supposed to be Arnold? I don't know. I mean, there have been some weird typos in this game. Is it really maybe the name is supposed to be Arnold? I mean, I don't think the developer would make that drastic of a, mistake, though. Because it's like a main character, right? How would you get that name wrong? So maybe it is just Arold. I just never really heard of the name Arold before. Anyway, even you disappoint me. I don't know what game you're playing, but I thought you had my back. I am on your side. I don't know what made you think otherwise, but I don't. I saw you. I saw the way you waved with that knife. You can't deny it. A knife? What the hell are you talking about? White Fox wouldn't harm a fly. Right, White Fox? Arold, what you saw wasn't real. I have no reason to have a knife with me. We did have a knife on inventory, though. I think it's since disappeared, however. You're being tough with White Fox, don't you think? Christopher is right. This girl doesn't have a knife. You're wrong to blame her. Stop it. Stop treating me like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Arold, calm down. You're starting to scare me. I don't care. I took the knife. I'll prove I'm not lying. Mr. Baker, we didn't do anything wrong. Don't be ridiculous, Chris. You did everything you could to get in my way. And even now I have no idea where the kids are. Mr. Baker, let us explain. Arold! Step. And you're dead. Do you still think this is funny? Arold. Now it's your turn, traitors. No, please don't. Think about it. Do you think killing us will help you find your kids? White Fox, let him do it. When he finds out the truth, I'm sure he'll regret it and pay the price. Don't talk nonsense, Christopher. I don't need you. I see no reason why I should regret it. Hey, my thoughts exactly. It's like, everyone must die. No, I'm got my way all this time. Now it's time to pay for it. Whoa. Don't worry. It will be quick. And almost painless. Almost. Sorry, Arold. So, I have no choice again. Bad ending. The end of everything. Alright. I guess we become the monster? And then I guess the final stab was ourselves? I guess? Okay. I mean, he did have a bit of a point, you know, how everyone was kind of manipulating him and everything. I mean, especially the maid. But I guess he went a little bit too far by stabbing everyone, but you know. Anyway. Well, that's one ending. Alrighty. So, back at this dialogue choice. This time, let's just say, I just want to see my kids. That's the whole purpose of why I went down this weird rabbit hole in the first place. Where are my kids? So you're so interested in finding them? Of course. I'm here because of them. I thought they were... Everything has its time, Mr. Baker. I would like to ask you, who do you think is involved in your kids' disappearance? Well, all of you. I'm the one involved. It was Marcus Devon. Well, it's kind of a hard answer to give. I mean, all of you doesn't... Well, I don't know if that makes any sense. We don't know. Marcus Devon also is like a person we... I mean, Marcus Devon's dead, so I don't know. I'm the one involved? Well, I think you're supposed to give this answer, so I'm just going to choose this one. I'm the one involved. I think this is... It's because, like... I remember in the bad ending, we see, that you transform into the monster and everything. I don't know how the rules of this world works, but maybe that's what caused this whole thing to happen. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna choose this one. Now tell me. Oh, have you figured it out? I had some flashbacks. They were in black and white. Flashbacks about events I don't actually remember. Unfortunately, they didn't help me remember everything. It's as if my head was empty. Ah, slight title drop? Because the game is called Empty Head, get it? That's why we're here, Mr. Baker. We have always been there for you. To get you to understand. You don't remember most of the things you've done because of your pulse to drink. Pulse? I think she means impulse to drink. It was just a little habit of mine. Drinking helped me not to think about a lot of things. For example, how much of a failure I was as a lawyer. Somehow I managed to forget all about Meekins' husband's death, even if it didn't concern me. We are hoping that this trip will help you understand everything. Marcus, Alice. Alice? Is that her real name? White Fox is her real name? It's all connected. Or, well, no. Alice was, for some reason, not temporarily, I thought Christopher was named Marcus. No, Marcus is Marcus Devon, and Alice was his daughter. Anyway. But why didn't you tell me from the beginning? We didn't know how you react. But mostly, with your current state, we didn't know if we could trust you. You might not figure it out, but alcohol made you a horrible person. How am I supposed to believe you? You mentioned that in court today. You mentioned a problem. The judge couldn't imagine that you were an alcoholic. After all, only your family knew. If you don't believe me, look in the mirror. Okay, look in the mirror. What? It was me? All this time? Turns out the monster was you. You get it now, Mr. Baker. Actually, I don't, as the player, by the way, but don't worry about it. You are your own nemesis. What should I do now? You should be the one to decide. I just wanted to see my wife and children again. That's the only thing that matters to me. Oh, Arold, I knew. Hold it right there. Hold it! Objection! We can't trust him. You both know what he did. Don't say that. Don't let him affect you by what he's saying. He's obviously lying, so you can get away with it. Why is there's always these weird tonal shifts, by the way. I remember, they were having a sentimental moment, and suddenly one character goes like, "Screw you! I hate you, actually." It's like, what? I feel like this happened a few times already. Sarah? Nothing gets past you, does it? Or maybe I should call you Dad. Don't get too many weird thoughts. I'm just the embodiment of your daughter. Made by your mind. Yeah, that was referenced to in the other endings. Something about yeah, these are just people created in his own mind. Well, this world was created by your own guilt. So if that's the case, then I guess these people are also, again, they're just again characters in his own mind. Then in that case, the backstories of them, right? Were they just a lie? Christopher being an artist, White Fox being a, model and everything, those are just lies? Is that what it's saying? Then I don't know, it's weird. And I guess also Marcus Devon. I mean, Marcus Devon is definitely, that's just like a on the nose parallel, I guess, to the main character. Anyway. The only real person here is you. Just me. So even my children are created by you? That's right. I mean, I guess technically, but anyway. Your real family is still in your house, Mr. Baker. Even you are. Yes. Each of us has experienced the same fears and feelings as your kids and wife. Oh, okay. Is that what the writing has been like doing, I guess? They're supposed to be symbolic of his family. Okay. Huh. So I guess the maid, well, the maid is the is the daughter. Christopher, I assume, is the son. I assume White Fox is the wife. But like, it's supposed to be like a metaphor for their own kids' like feelings or something. I don't know. Mr. Baker, your son, as shy and immature as he could be, spending time with you made him feel unaccepted. He was scared of the eyes of his own father. The same red eyes from all the drinking. And the same eyes that lashed out against them. We had a chance to meet them, but somehow, they even refused us. They did it because you're Mr. Baker's allies. That's true. Sarah hesitated when I told her about my friendship, Mr. Baker. But like, okay, but then it was weird because these are the embodiments of his family, but also there's also another like manifestation of his family, but that's also fake. Anyway, it's weird. But in the end, she believed in me. What are you saying? Don't listen to my other embodiment of myself that is based on a real person because I'm fake or something. And she isn't the only one. I still believe him. Nonsense. What about Thomas? He ran away. I'm sure he still hates his father. No, you're wrong. Sora wa chigao. Thomas willfully showed me the way. He wanted me to run into Christopher. That's right, White Fox. Thomas was encouraging us. He was the first one who wanted Mr. Baker to discover the truth. Mr. Baker, do you remember when you hit your wife with a bottle of wine? Actually, no, that's what I was saying, right? Whether or not he was actually violent and all that, we just never saw that. So I guess it actually happened. And he was maybe suppressing the memories? What are you talking? Suzanne, don't do it! Mr. Baker doesn't need to remember the past. Chris is right. Arold already regrets what he did. Even if he doesn't remember all of it. You're right. You don't need to remember the past. Simply run away from it and forget all of it. All I'll be doing is feeding my guilt. Suzanne, please. I keep saying Suzanne. Is it Suzanne? Suzanne, is it like with like Susanne? Is that Suzanne? Or is that or Susan? I don't know. I'm no longer the same man as before because of you. That's why I just want to thank you. Mr. Baker. Sarah's anger for you. It was your anger for Mr. Devon. The same shared by her daughter. Arold, I know. You're Laura. Or at least, you're the unhappy and insecure Laura. It was my fault that she felt that way. But it's because of you that I'm here now. I would never have the strength to do any of this if it weren't for you. Is that true? I'm just trying to think back to what happened. I don't know. I don't think we did anything particularly special. She just kind of followed us, did some puzzles, and then we attacked her because it looked like she had a knife or something, and then we went our separate ways. Again, I really do feel like we only spent like not that long, together with, with each of the characters, really. But again, I guess it's supposed to be like they're the creations of his own mind, anyway. So it's like doesn't matter anyway. Mr. Baker, I think it's time for you to return to your family. Don't you think? I guess the idea is like they're imaginary friends, right? Basically, that's what I get from this. But like more than just imaginary friends. Don't worry. Are you guys sure that I'm ready? Of course, Arold. 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 Then this is goodbye. Don't forget about us, Mr. Baker. Thank you, Mr. Baker. Without you, we would never been able to find forgiveness in ourselves. And we'd have kept living in this beyond madness limbo. I can finally say that I'm happy. And I think you guys should be too. Even though as soon as I step out from this dimension, you all cease to exist, but don't worry about that. You're right, Mr. Baker. What I did to you is just horrible. I mean, she pranked us, I guess, but that's it. But I know we can move on. You're right. You're ready to start your life again, Mr. Baker. Thanks for everything, guys. Hope to see you again one day. For a reason that doesn't concern all of this. Transform back to family. Corpse disappears. Never existed. All right, what a fun time in the weird secret passage basement under our house. That was a weird. That was a weird, like alcoholic, or rather, yeah, alcoholic induced, fever dream. Know about it. Our photo. Obtained framed photo. Let's go back. No, I don't want to go back. All right. I just assume he just went on a drunken bender. Ironically. And that's basically what happened. Welcome back to the real world, Arold. Oh, and there's his kids. I'm so happy to see you again. A fable about the dolphins. And now I remember. It was a present for Sarah and Thomas. That's what it was. Happy to see you again. Frog. Thomas's drawings. Insects. Look at the icky insects. Those are mosquitoes. Actually, did I? Doesn't matter. A novel. Oh yeah, okay. I read that before actually. Save the game again, just for fun. Okay, nothing there. Nothing else. Desk. Play some piano. Go to the washroom. After all this time, I'm going to take a piss. No, okay, I guess not. Wash my hands. No, guess not. Alright. And now to relax after that stressful day, let me just drink 5 bottles of wine. No, guess not. No. I didn't learn my lesson at all. I'll just get more wine. Drink some more. It's good to be back. We'll be happy again, just like we used to be. It's a promise. Isn't that nice? True ending, a new beginning. And his family is none the wiser. You know, he's like, suddenly he's a new man. It's just that easy. You know, who needs therapy? You know, who needs Alcoholics Anonymous or whatever? Just simply have a weird, almost supernatural hallucination and go under the secret passage under your house and then just go through a bunch of puzzles and then interact with the weird metaphorical, metaphysical manifestations of your trauma and problems, and then you'll be good as new. You know, it's that quick. It only takes a few hours. Let's make a movie out of this. Good. All right, so that's all the endings. Well, let me see. Let's do this bonus. This is a bonus from a bunch of fan art. Yeah. Bit of fan art. Mysterious White Fox. Ooh. More fan art. Okay. This dude. Chris. Sarah. Maid. Realistic art. Okay. See, that looks good. You know, I was saying again, like if you draw like a older person in like typical cutesy anime art, it just doesn't look right. We draw like this actually fits. You know? I don't know. Like it has to again fit the art style. I don't know. Also, smiley guy and Thomas. All right, you know, just some fan art from people I guess who played the game before. And yeah, so let me just go through the door and then play the credits. There you go. So that was kind of interesting. To be honest, I'm still a little bit confused about certain things, but I guess to summarize it, so yeah, I mean, basically, I mean, I did it in a very sarcastic way, but yeah, it really is basically, yeah. The guy is, you know, had some family troubles and everything. He goes into like a weird dimension where he faces his trauma, and it's basically, yeah, very symbolic of, you know, of like, again, what his family's feeling and why he's so detached from his family and all of that. I guess, you know, the neutral ending is that he stays there, I guess. And it's like, you know, he doesn't move on from his problems, and the bad ending, you know, is like he understands, or he doesn't understand rather, that it's his fault. And then true ending, you know, he learns from his trauma, and then, you know, get like a good ending where he understands, like who the problem is, you know, and the problem is himself. So he chooses to fix that or whatever, you know. I mean, what else? I mean, I guess, yeah, it's really, it kind of does remind me of Silent Hill when I think about it. You know, Silent Hill also has a very similar premise. So Silent Hill has more combat, I guess. You have like guns. But it's a similar idea, right? You go into like a weird place, and then you face monsters and a very like creepy atmosphere and stuff like that. And it's all supposed to be like a metaphor of the character's deep-rooted, like, you know, mental trauma or mental problems or whatever it is, right? In this guy's case, I guess, is just like simply his, you know, his, I'm assuming, you know, domestic abuse, you know, which, I mean, I guess he's the victim, but, you know, usually, I mean, I guess it's cliche, but usually when I think of victims, I usually think of the person being hit by the wine bottle, right? His wife or something, right? So you would think normally it would be his wife that would be going through all this or something. I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's fine. You know, in a way, I guess he's also a victim and everything. It's just that when I think of an antagonist, you know, you would think the husband would be the antagonist, right? But I mean, I guess that's the idea, right? It's himself. Anyway, I don't know. It's kind of like, what do I think about this game? Well, I want to say, let's see. I do like the idea that we end up like just going through many places, right? We just end up like randomly going through different locations, right? It doesn't make any logical sense, but it has a bit of like this, you know, it was kind of mentioned before, this kind of like Alice in Wonderland kind of feel to it, you know? It's kind of a little bit surreal, and, you know, everything is very dreamlike. So I kind of like that. I don't mind that at all. Yeah, the writing is mostly okay. Two things though. I mean, obviously the typos. There's a few typos here and there which I don't like. Obviously, so that I feel like needs to be fixed so that it's more has a better, or rather smoother experience, I guess, of reading everything. And I guess other than that, I feel like I always complain about this, and maybe it's because I'm just never satisfied. I'm just never satisfied. But the pacing, right, and the exposition, I don't like how everything is kind of dumped on you at the very end there, right? They basically explain, and this is why we're your manifestations of your family, and da 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 da. It's like it's a little bit too much at the end. I feel like it needs to be. I don't know. Like I feel like people. It's very subjective, but like I feel like how much exposition you should have in a story really depends, I guess, on the writer. What the writer thinks is appropriate. But I felt like it was a little bit too much at the end. I feel like it was too vague in the beginning and a little bit too much exposition at the end. I feel like it needs to be. I don't know. There should still be like a thread of mystery from the beginning, but I don't know. It should be. I feel like anyway. The explanations of what's going on, what's happening, and things like that should be a bit more either like distributed, a little bit better from the very beginning, right? Just sort of from beginning to end, or just simply leave it out, right? And just focus on more like the symbolism, I guess. I usually prefer. Again, I usually prefer less is more, in my opinion anyway. But I feel like everyone feels differently, I think, when it comes to writing stories. I don't know, I'm not a writer. But usually when I'm the reader, though, I usually like less is more. I usually like less exposition and more just implications, right? I don't know, that's just me, I guess. Because that's what I like about Silent Hill, right? Kind of compared a little bit to Silent Hill, a lot of it isn't explained. Right, a lot of it in Silent Hill is up to interpretation. So there's even theories about it. What the different like endings or whatever. Especially in Silent Hill 2. That's the one I know the most. Silent Hill 2, also has like different endings, and you can interpret the different endings in different ways, and da 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 da. Right. But yeah. So I kind of wish there was more up for interpretation. I feel like when you over-explain everything, you actually make it more confusing, actually. Yeah, the game actually made it more confusing by explaining everything, right? That they're like, we are just characters made up from your mind. Okay, what does that even mean? It's like, we tricked you into like, doing that or doing this. It's like, I don't know, it's very confusing. I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna do like a more like I guess like a psychological kind of thing, because this game I think is trying to go for like a psychological horror kind of feeling to it. I think it's better to make things a little bit more ambiguous, Then you can leverage the whole like surreal aspect to it, right? I think. But obviously don't make it too vague where nothing makes sense, obviously, but still like, I still like it's better to like leave it a little bit up to interpretation, right? For example, like the characters explaining that they were his family, right? I feel like the writer was going for the aha moment, Oh, so that's what they mean or whatever. But I didn't get that, to be honest. I feel like if they're going for that aspect, they should have been doing it a lot earlier. They should have foreshadowed that a little bit more in the beginning, and then obviously don't like just spell it out for the player at the end, Like do the opposite, right? Just like make the connection a little bit stronger in how these fictional characters, the White Fox, Christopher, and the maid, I guess, Suzanne, make it a little bit more clear that they're supposed to be metaphors, for his family. And then, at the end, you kind of just assume that by the end, right? You don't need an explanation, right? You still need to explain some things, I guess, but I feel like the best stories, for me anyway, is when you don't need to explain anything. The player, they just get it, right? Just from the foreshadowing and the and the themes and what's going for and everything. Anyway, I'm rambling for too long, but yeah, that's my main gripe with the writing. I feel like it's like a little bit too much exposition in certain spots, right? Even the part where it's like, again, the backstory, right? When you ask questions about the backstory of the characters, I feel like it's a bit of a cheap way to just simply explain, all of their problems. And this is why I have the trauma of being stared at, or whatever, right? It's like, you can show that, you don't need to just word for word explain it to me. It's better to show it to me than simply just describe it, I feel like, right? At least that's, again, my opinion. I don't know. Again, certain things you still need exposition for, I feel like, but like, for example, establishing the rules of the world, that's something I feel like needs exposition. Ironically, I know I said, you shouldn't use too much exposition. I feel like you should explain that, though. For me anyway, I think world building is important. So, like, explain the rules of the world would be nice. It doesn't have to be explained like a giant book of like rules, like 1,000 rules of reality or how this universe works. You don't need that, but just a few just a few constants, I guess, right? So better explain what this location, means. Like, what is this basement, right? So maybe there could be a reference, this secret dimension where it manifests your mind into reality, or that could be like a thing. There could be like I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cliche, and I'm not a writer, but there could be like a little newspaper clipping. It's like people reference that. Other people might have stumbled upon this world. Who knows? I don't know, but that'll be kind of nice to explain a little bit more of what this weird like basement that he went in, right? So just so I know what to expect, and and then if the player has expectations, then you could twist those expectations, right? So, that's kind of like a thing that people do. But anyway, again, I'm just rambling of what could have been. But again, just to summarize, yeah, that's what I kind of don't like about the narrative, though, is that, again, a little bit too much of spelling it out for you, at the end. And that goes into my other kind of criticism as well. Or maybe not criticism, it's more like feedback, really. The puzzles, right? The puzzles I felt like weren't really puzzles, Most of them are too easy. Even though I complain all the time about how puzzle games are actually really hard for me, but I feel like some of the puzzles are just really, really just like for babies. It's like, look at this photo. Okay, now remember the colors. Okay, pick the hat and the dress that matches the colors from the painting that you saw. Congratulations, you did it. It's like, it's not a puzzle. This is just matching colors. This is kindergarten. I don't know. I mean, the one with the pigs, the pig one was kind of actually hard. That took some brain power, I guess. But otherwise, most of the puzzles is very, very, very simple, to the point where I wouldn't even call them puzzles. So, like, I feel like there could be more of a variation on that, It's an educational game. Yeah, I did kind of feel like that, So yeah, I feel like you don't need to make them harder, but you need to make them a little bit different, a little bit like, they require a little bit of like, thinking, right? Like, usually riddles are like, the riddles usually require you to not think straightforward, actually, right? It's to not think literally. You're supposed to think like, it's like, you gotta think out of the box, usually, right? So that's what I expect from like a puzzle, usually. Well, it depends. Sometimes there's like logic puzzles, I guess. Logic puzzles are more like mathematical based. I mean, just like the math one, I guess. I mean, there's ironically, the math one I got some trouble with as well. But I guess that's mostly my fault, though. I didn't read it correctly. It was a little ambiguous how to like do the multiplication and addition, subtraction, whatever. Basic arithmetic, really. But yeah, like most puzzles, though, do require a little bit of critical thinking, right? Which most of the puzzles in this game kind of lack, I feel like. I don't know. Kind of weird. It felt too, I don't know, it just felt like too easy. But again, I don't know. I feel like those puzzles need to be beefed up. But again, I mean, that really depends, I guess. You don't need to make the puzzle super hard or anything. If anything, actually, again, I'm more of like a player that prefers story. So if you were to change the puzzles, I mean, I say this as if the developer would change the puzzles, but I always ramble on, about what could have been and what what I would have liked better. But yeah, if you were to change, if I were the developer and if I were to change the puzzles, I would make them more thematic. I like that better, right? I always like it when gameplay matches the story, right? So I'm just trying to think. I mean, the pig one was pretty good, actually. I like the pig one. The pig one had the little dialogue at the end that parallels his relationship with his daughter, right? So that implied, actually, that he got angry at Sarah about, like, some minor thing, right? I like that. That's a good one, actually. That really ties into the whole theme. But yeah, so I kind of wish a lot of the puzzles were more thematic of the game. I don't know. I mean, there's the liar one. I was wondering about the liar one, but I didn't really... Like, what does that, like, refer to? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I really didn't refer to the domestic abuse all that much. Just, like, people are lying, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Maybe I'm not seeing it. It could also be partly my fault, too. I don't know. There's the paintings. The mirrors, which is ugly. Now that I think about it, no. I guess some of the puzzles definitely are thematic, I guess. You know, I now that I think about it in hindsight, it's actually not that bad. Yeah. But I feel, again, some of them could be better, though. I'm just thinking again about the, the matching the dress colors. Now that I don't know how that relates to the story. But anyway. Let's see, anything else? Oh yeah, and the graphics. Graphics could be better. I mean, I think that's a common feedback, actually, looking at the game page, of the game itself. I feel like it could be a little bit better. I mean, obviously, like in any RPG Maker game, the only way to make a good RPG Maker game is to make it so that when you look at it, you don't think it's an RPG Maker game. So, so usually you want custom assets. I mean, that's hard to do. I mean, I don't know if the developer... I mean, not every developer has the time, to do that, right? Or the skills to do that. So not every developer has to do it. But if you want to make your game really stand out, you gotta have custom graphics, Yeah, some of it, I don't know. I mean, there's the portraits, I guess. A few drawings here and there. That was interesting, I like the CGs. It helps break up the whole pace of just looking at the top-down view of an RPG Maker game, but yeah, it would be a cherry on top if you just made the graphics custom as well. Yeah, that's my main thing, I guess. Yeah, I mean, just to summarize, I guess, yeah, better graphics, better puzzles, and a more tight narrative would be nice. A tighter narrative, less explanations, more just symbolism. I feel like it would be better for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. But that's what I feel about the game. Otherwise, I like the concept. I like the concept of what the narrative was trying to go for. A lot less blood than I thought. I mean, there was blood. I mean, look at this again. Look at this main menu. I just assumed there's gonna be a lot of murder. There wasn't actually a lot of murder, as it turned out. I mean, there's some game overs, I guess, but we never see anything that's gory, I guess, or violent or whatever. I feel like a lot of the warnings that the developer put on the store page is if you're really sensitive to these kind of things. But I don't know, maybe I'm desensitized, but I thought this game wasn't actually all that violent, to be honest. At least explicitly, there's some implied violence, but not a lot of explicit violence. Not a lot of things you actually see happens. Anyway, I guess, yeah, that was it for Empty Head. It's like that meme, right? Head empty, no thoughts. Anyway. But I guess if you're on YouTube, you didn't know, I stream these games live on Twitch, so check me out over there if you're interested. I also have other playthroughs on the channel, so look for those if you want. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you then.